Yo, what is up you guys, it is Gnosis the God here, and I'm finally back with you guys with another DC Universe Online video. Today we're going to be talking about episode 27 and the gear and progression that's going to be working in episode 27. So overall, there's a lot of really good loot kind of changes coming to the game as after game episode 27, which I'm really hyped about. Unfortunately, my understanding is that this is only going to affect episode 27 and the content episode 27, not anything before that. So that kind of sucks, but it is good for episode 27 if you're up there and you have that high of a CR and you're able to play that content. So basically the way they worked it out, my understanding is that they have gear dropping from the raids and the new content, and basically that gear is always, it's going to basically look at your average item level and your role, and then it's going to drop items that you need, basically, that work for you. And basically the idea is that every single time that you get a piece of gear in those instances, it will improve your item or your combat rating, which is good. That's what you want from these new kinds of content. You want to be improving your combat rating overall. And it's going to look the same way it always does. Like after you kill a boss, for example, it will show up with a list of different items you can choose from, and each of those will obviously, they'll look at your combat or at your average item level, and then give you an item based on that average item level that will boost your combat rating slightly and work for your role. And then you've got your classic uncommon, rare, and epic items dropping from that content. But the idea here is that the more powerful gear is actually coming from the vendors. So in order to have the highest CR in the game, you're going to have to buy gear from vendors. You can't just pick up gear from these instances. You aren't going to get a high enough CR. The higher CR and the higher item levels will come from the vendors. And they're actually adding a new currency for this specific episode, which is interesting because that's actually what they used to do and then they took it away. And then now I guess they're bringing it back with this episode. Basically the idea there is that, like, basically if you have added, like, if you got a bunch of marks of victory, you can't just save them all up from, like, if you could have, like, there are people that could have a bunch saved up and then just buy vendor gear right when the episode comes out, but that's not like what they want. They want you to play the new content first, and then after playing that new content, they want to reward you with the super high level vendor gear. So it's a new currency, that's how they're doing that. And so that's the first vendor. Now my understanding is that there's two vendors actually. There's another vendor, it's called the Legendary Elite vendor. What you do there is you use this new currency, it's called Ancient Coins, to buy the legendary gear there, just like the other vendor I was talking about. But with this one, in order to buy the gear here, you actually have to have Renown with the faction from episode 27. And the way you get renowned with that faction is by playing the elite versions of the new content. So if you play the elite versions of the new content, you get renown and these ancient coins, which you can use to buy legendary elite gear eventually. So the way the progression works for the loot is, like, you pick up uncommon, rare, and epic gear from the instances, build up your item level, and you build up a supply of this new currency, which you can use on legendary gear. Or you can save it or whatever until you basically unlock this elite content. You play the elite content, get enough renown, and then you can buy the legendary elite gear. So this is all looking really cool. I wish the whole game ran on this concept because I think it's a really good idea. But then on top of that, it just keeps getting better. You have omnipotence gear, and the way you get this gear is from collections. So what it does is basically, after you have, the only way you can get these pieces of the collection is by wearing a full set of either the legendary elite gear or the legendary gear. So you have to be wearing a full vendor set from episode 27 to pick up these collections. After you're wearing a full set, you'll get this, like, basically buff thing, which will allow collections to start dropping from the different various bosses in episode 27. So then after that, you can use those pieces of the collection, you can piece them together and then get omnipotent gear, which will be, obviously, it's OP gear, it's the best gear in the game. And it also helps the in-game economy because those are collections, right? So you can actually sell those collections on the marketplace for probably a lot of money. I could see those going for a lot because they're probably going to be very rare, especially at the beginning. So overall, guys, my opinion on this is it's looking really good here. Unfortunately, I'm not a high enough CR to be doing this content, but I wanted to report on this to you guys and kind of explain it to you because, you know, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a really good step. I wish that the whole game ran on this concept, like I keep saying, but it is a very good idea here. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this. If you see any issues with it or anything like that, or any concerns with it, let me know in the comments below. I will read every single comment and to reply to every single comment. Like the video if you guys would like to see more DCUO content here on my channel, and subscribe again for more DCUO analytical videos like this. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and as always, peace out.
No dreams too big, chase anything, got the passion to do. Only a dream till it happens to you. Finally seeing money, now I'm acting a fool. Never thought touring the world all year would be something I might actually do. Friends came through, got me so high, I forgot who I was passing it to. Party in a mansion, splash in a pool. Reminiscing 06, back in the school. My whole crew come through and rap with us too. Couple of them big goons packing a tool. Go ahead and try and talk shit on me. I squad up, came back with a crew.